Hello, dear compatriots. The political developments in and around our country force us to remain tense. In order to discuss those developments and outcomes, we invited one of the NDA Council members, Papian. Welcome, Papian.
Good afternoon.
Dear Papian, about 2 weeks ago, the Prime Minister of Armenia had a meeting with our compatriots of Tavush region and declared that those 4 villages that are considered to be enclaves should be handed over to Azerbaijan. Otherwise, there will be a war. So, according to you, what are those factors following which Azerbaijan is not attacking Armenia yet?
I think the most influential factor over this is the Western, because clearly Aliyev was told by West, and 2 days ago, let's say by Mr. Blinken, that no aggression will be tolerated. And Aliyev, he knows that the outcome, if it will be an aggression, will be very grave for him. And this also shows that Pashinyan himself is in favor of delivering these villages to Azerbaijan, not Azerbaijan so much. Let's say Azerbaijan, the proposal was Azerbaijani proposal that begin the delimitation from Tavush region, which is nonsense, because usually you begin from the easiest part. Why Armenia had no counter proposal saying that let's begin from other parts? This shows that the basic wrongful acts which are done by Pashinyan and his team is that they think that if everything will be given to Azerbaijan, will secure an agreement or peace treaty with Azerbaijan, and this will give Armenia peace. I'm not signing such an idea, because having peace treaty and having peace, these are 2 different issues. You have maybe will be possible to sign something, but I'm not so hopeful even with this peace treaty. It will not secure a peaceful existence of Armenia and Azerbaijan, because we know that Azerbaijan has territorial claims all over Armenia.
Yes, we remember that they started to post a lot of pictures of Hakhbat monastery, Ambert fortress, saying that they're historical Azerbaijani lands. However, we still have what we have, and it is interesting that during this meeting, the Prime Minister was showing the Soviet Armenian, let's say, maquette to people, making them believe that this is the legal map of Armenia. But as you many times mentioned in your interviews, map and international agreements supporting these maps are 2 different documents. So maybe in this in this case there is an importance and need to raise awareness of what the map is and what are those documents and what is the real map of legal Armenia.
You see, the map is actually a landscape picture. It's not more. If it isn't attached to a legal document, only the maps that are attached with the legal documents can be a legal basis. What is delimitation? We use this word. Delimitation is the description of the border by words in a legal document. And usually you have also an attached document, a map, which is based on that description. Without this description, it's nothing. Speaking about Soviet time maps, these are and cannot be basis for negotiations, because during Soviet times these lines were not international borders. They were lines between administrative bodies, entities of the same country. The sovereign of whole Soviet Union was one. It was Soviet Union. So Aliyev is using and misusing when he needs Soviet maps, and Pashinyan actually supports his claims. And from time to time, Aliyev speaks about so-called First Azerbaijani Republic, claiming much wider territory. Even for that claims, he has no legal basis. We know that the only international legal document that exists till now, it's League of Nations report proposals done on February 24, 1920. It was done by a special commission which was put together by Council of League of Nations, by British Empire, France, Japan and Italy. But from Aliyev point of view, he is now trying to maximize his gains as much as he can, especially when he can see that Aliyev totally is under his control, Aliyev's control.
Mr. Papian, coming back to the telephone conversation between General Secretary Biden and Aliyev, you said that they had 2 days ago telephone conversation, and he called the importance of easing the tension between the borders. Would you believe that we can consider that this is a step forward to bring U.S. influence over the South Caucasus?
Yes, I think so. And also I have to add that Mrs. von der Leyen also called on behalf of European Union to Aliyev, and they mentioned also climate changes, and the summit will be held in Baku in November this year. This was a clear message that you will jeopardize that event if something will happen before that. And for Aliyev, that event, this World Summit, is very important, because in this way he will make more legitimate his existence as head of the state, because his elections, which he held a couple of months ago, were done without European Union observers, and many countries actually dismissed in this way recognition of the results of the election. So for him it's very important to have that summit. And I hope that this is a leverage over him, and he will understand and not go to waging a war against Armenia. Russia is very interested to have clashes between Armenia and Azerbaijan, because this is the only way that they can make Armenia again to come closer to Russia, because unfortunately we are in a time period, in a situation of transition. Russia already is not Armenians' ally. We can clearly see that Russia supports Azerbaijan and Turkey, and unfortunately West isn't yet Armenians' ally. Pashinyan actually wasted these 5-6 years. He could, what he's trying to do, or what he's forced to do by Europeans, this could be done at least a couple of years ago with better results. But anyway, we have to wait and see what will be today's outcome. I mean that today, on April 5th, we'll have a meeting between U.S. State Secretary Blinken, European Union Commissioner von der Leyen and Pashinyan. And I would like to mention that some people saying that you see Pashinyan is turning over Europe and West. I do not agree with them. It's West is forcing Pashinyan to clarify his position, because for many years Pashinyan was promising a lot of things, lot of words, but no real steps. We are till now a member of CSTO. We are member of this Euro-Asian Union and so on. So West has taken very important steps towards Armenia. Let's say France has supplied some equipment to Armenia, anti-missile, anti-drone system. And also with this meeting, we will receive some other suggestions, proposals from West, and we'll see if Pashinyan is serious changing the mainstream of Armenian policy. We'll see within this month. If not, West will decide the fate of Pashinyan in a way that they will understand that Pashinyan is just a gambler, political gambler, not a real politician.
Hopefully they will understand it as soon as
Yeah.
possible, because we're losing time and we're losing the possibilities, and most important, we're losing lives.
Yeah.
So the next thing that I would like you to discuss with you, Mr. Papian, is the political developments around Turkey. We noticed that Turkey's among the election of local government, Erdogan's political party was defeated. What do you think would be outcome of those events for the Armenian politics?
I think mainly it will be positive for us, because Erdogan himself will be mainly engaged in local politics, because it's not only local elections, it's also divided by ethnic lines. We can see that Kurdish regions were voting against Erdogan and his party. Secondly, we see that the economic situation, namely the rate of Turkish lira is going down. Within 3-4 years it lost 5-6 fold of the value, which is very important thing. So he will be engaged in local political life. Aliyev alone will not dare to take very bold steps, because Russia cannot really support Azerbaijan. Okay, they can sell weapons, which they are doing, but no political or diplomatic support, because Russia herself is under isolation, and no real technological support can come. So hopefully Aliyev will not behave foolishly for him and for the region. But the most important for Armenia is that we already mentioned we have lost the time, and West has lost the time. We need to be more clear in our orientation and to take steps, real steps, to improve economic situation in Armenia, and especially to rebuild Armenian army actually from the scratch.
Thank you for so extended answer, Mr. Papian. And the next question I have is related to NDA, National Democratic Alliance. We noticed that recently there is a tendency in Armenian media to demonize NDA.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of it? And who, from your point of view, would benefit from this?
It shows that they cannot ignore us when they demonizing us, speaking against our party, group or movement. We are actually a national movement. We had to be a party to register as a party, because to participate in the election, but we see ourselves and people as a national movement. Demonizing National Alliance, Armenian National Alliance, Democratic Alliance, it shows that they can feel, and there are so many signs that people are already recognizing our goals that we were speaking for many years. They can understand that our predictions almost, unfortunately, but almost were all right, because we predicted the fate of Nagorno-Karabakh. It will be under only Russian peacekeepers. We were screaming that we have to invite from West other groups of peacekeepers, maybe alongside with Russian. But if it will be only Russians, we lost temporary Nagorno-Karabakh. So what we have now, we have the real change in the minds of people. Unfortunately, these changes are not on that level to make them to take some steps, to come here on the square, to come out, to have a rally with us on the streets. But hopefully within a very short time, people will take some actions. We need actions. We have we had enough talks to explain the situation, and now people among all these parties see that the program, the real goals that can be implemented in the life are given by National Democratic Alliance.
Thank you so much, Mr. Papian, for being our guest today and for answering so well and so extended to our questions. Dear followers, thank you very much for watching us and being our subscribers. We encourage you to donate for our fundraising. As you know, it's really very important donation of each of us and supporting NDA to build our desired country. Thank you so much. Bye.